Hey y'all, hey, what's up, tribe? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Nephtara Grace. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Nephtara Grace, also known as the Shadow Queen. If you're new, welcome in. If you've been here before, welcome back, tribe. You know how we do. A couple of things before we jump into this energy, because the energy is hype. The energy is hype, and I'm loving it. If you're new, anything you may want to know or need to know is going to be in the description box below. So you click the description box below, and everything's there: the website, the membership, the podcast, all of that's there. I do astrology readings, personal readings, transformational courses. I'm a shaman and medicine woman. Click the description box below. It's got everything you need to know. Okay. All right. For the energy, it's so hype. I'm channeling a whole album, you guys. The album is I get my other phone here. Let me see if I can. Is it 1994? Dang. 1994, The Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die. This is the album that's being channeled, okay? So if you don't know that album, the tracks Things Done Changed, Give Me the Loot, Machine Gun Funk, Warning, Ready to Die, One More Chance, F Me, Juicy, Everyday Struggle, Me and My B, Big Papa, Respect, Friend of Mine, Unbelievable, Suicidal Thoughts, or I should say Suicidal Thoughts, right? Who Shot Ya? I love Who Shot Ya. I love that one, okay? And then Just Playing, also known as Dreams. That album, it's like every track off of that album is absolutely significant to this reading we're about to do. So let's jump in. Holy Spirit, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, and the legions who walk with me every day. Thank you for protecting me as I channel messages for my tribe, for showing me what I need to see and telling me what I need to know so I can support the tribe as they live, learn, thrive, and grow as above, so below, and so it is because it is so. All right, clearly it's too hot to be outside, so I'm inside. I haven't, you guys, it is July 2nd. Today, I have a macchiato, but it's an iced macchiato. I have not had coffee since probably April. So cheers. Back on the coffee wagon, baby. All right. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that is so good. You guys know how you take tolerance breaks if you're a cannabis user like myself? I take coffee breaks. Because I'm known, especially this time of year, I am known to double fist. I'll have a hot coffee and a cold coffee. So anyway, but I've been in ceremony season and there's no coffee for me. Anyway, I don't do coffee during ceremony season. So really from March to September, I usually don't get as much coffee as I would like. But since I just finished my last ceremony until September or October, I think I'll do one more in October, I could have some coffee and I'm loving it. Wow, cards are popping today too. Let's see what we got. Let's a number pop, but we're gonna start the Knight of Coins. So slow but steady wins the race. Pursuing something slowly. Death, there's a transformation. So something has changed, but it's taken a while. Remember the album. Remember those songs. They're all gonna be significant here. Ace of Coins. Give me the loot. Look, what I'm trying to tell you. Things done changed. Give me the loot. That's what's out. I'm trying to tell you. That's what's out here. You guys, 1994. So 1994 could be significant. Whatever this is, it's taken a long time for something to change, but now that it has changed, it's nothing but good. I'm hearing clear sailing and blue skies ahead. That type ish. Look, judgment. Damn. Let me just go back because let me go over it again because I don't think y'all heard. Okay, the album is Ready to Die by the Notorious B.I.G. It dropped September 13th of 1994. There's 18 songs. There's the introduction, Things Done Changed, Give Me the Loot, Machine Gun Funk, Warning, Ready to Die, One More Chance, F Me, Juicy, Everyday Struggle, Me and My B, Big Papa, Respect, Friend of Mine, Unbelievable, Suicidal Thoughts, Who Shot Ya, and Just Playing, also known as Dreams. Y'all, everybody know at least one song off this album. I don't care how old you are. You know one song. If you don't know nothing else, you know Big Papa. I love it when you call me Big Papa. You know that one. You know One More Chance. One more chance. Baby, give me one more chance. Y'all know these songs. Y'all know these songs. It's 1994. Y'all know these. Okay. But Who Shot Ya is my favorite one. Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the obsolete. Heart to creep the Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. For that bickering beef. Don't get me started. I love me so biggie. Don't get me started. Okay, anyway, but that's what something has it. There's a lot of channeling going on in the background. We're just gonna keep going for now though, because I feel like, I mean, they said use this deck. Y'all see what this deck is about. Y'all see what type of time we on this deck. I mean, it's nothing but skulls and skeletons here. We're using this deck. The album is ready to die. But we gonna keep going. Okay, we're gonna find out what this is out here, because whatever it is, it's taking a long time for something to change. But now that it has, it's popping. It's like, I'm telling you, it's all good. It's like I'm hearing Ace is Wild. It's like China. That's the next one. Party. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Ain't nothing but a fucking gangster party. Y'all know that one. Tupac, America's Most Wanted. Y'all know that one. The Hierophant after the judgment. See now, this something that the divine is doing. See. Nothing but a gangster party. Party. Oh, I have on my spiritual gangster shirt too. I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys, what is this? Give me one more. What's this? Let's finish this line out. King of Swords. King of Blades. Somebody's under divine judgment. This King of Blades is under divine judgment. King of Coins at the bottom of the deck. Come on, let's go. What else? Because I want to, let me get something else before I say what I feel. Okay. Eight of Coins. Yeah. This tribe, you've been on a journey that's taken you a long time. It's taken you a long time to get to where you are. But now that you are where you are, it's like, excuse me, I just had black seed oil. It's literally like you climbed your way up and out of the depths of hell. You came into the light. But that journey from the bottom to the top allowed you the opportunity to develop your mastery in this, okay? So it took you a while, but that whole time you were mastering the process, okay? Now, because you got to the top, because you reached the light, you get a reward. I mean, that's just right. There's a like any task or any job or any game or any race, there's a reward at the end. Okay, Ace of Coins and the Judgment. There's a reward at the end for this. Now, but the divine is also divinely judging this King of Blades. Now, what I'm picking up on is this King of Blades. There's some type of unfair. Because remember the album. There's One More Chance. One more chance. Baby, give me one more chance. I got that good little girl you didn't know. Yeah, everyday struggle. It's like this King of Swords, this King of Blades was, I'm trying to tell you, putting in work to make you struggle. But this is somebody, we can just channel right off this somebody who was acting like they were a friend of yours. They're struggling right now, though. This King of Blades caused you some type of struggle that you overcame, you mastered, and they are now succumbing to, okay? That's the bottom line out here. So this album is about everything. Eight of elixirs coming out after this 8 of coins. See, we're talking about something that's it's actualizing in tangible form. This is listen. And the reward that you are receiving, is the ability to move and go. Like, you now get to, it's like, okay, put it like this. Everybody goes on some type of journey in their life, either from their house to the grocery store, from kindergarten to college, from single to married, from infant to adult. We all go on some type of journey in life, okay? Some of us go on multiple journeys in life, from Europe to Australia, whatever you want it to be. But, and I'm putting it like this for a reason, not everybody has a soul. We're not going to talk about that right now. But not everybody has a soul. But for people who do have a soul, there is a soul journey that your soul undertakes, okay? And then there's a reward for your soul as it journeys. This is one of the reasons we use astrology, okay? Astrology is a great way to map out the journey of your soul, okay? For those of you who are like, I don't believe in astrology, don't be weird. There's stars and planets. You believe in those? Then you believe in astrology. Don't be weird, okay? So your birth chart is a way you can map out from beginning to end the journey of your soul. And you know, when your soul completes the journey, there's a reward. This is what this is. Your soul has completed its mission and journey. Your soul is complete. Your soul is having a 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups moment. There's a reward coming. And part of the reward for that is your soul gets to now let go of all the trauma, despair, heartache, all of the poisonous events that your soul has undergone as it was mastering things on this path of transformation that took forever. You actually get to transcend that now. And I wanted to put it like that because sometimes we go on journeys and we pick up souvenirs of our journey and we hold on to those souvenirs, okay? I love to collect seashells. So I go to the beach, I get seashells, and I hold on to my seashells. And even though I might move house, you know, every few years because I'm a grid worker, I still got my little seashells. The soul can be like that. Your soul can go through traumatic events and like pick up little souvenirs from each, you know, this relationship, that job, you know, that friend group, and then, you know, trauma happens or something happens or some things just naturally fizzle out and fade away. But your soul will hold on to things like souvenirs. And sometimes the things that your soul holds on to, it's not healthy. You don't need it. You actually don't need it to go forward. I was actually having this conversation with somebody last night on an integration call from ceremony. And we were talking about in that integration call, like how if you don't integrate your shadow, if you don't allow yourself to actually integrate, you don't learn the lessons, your soul doesn't learn those lessons, and your shadow begins to drive you. Instead of you being behind the driver's seat, your shadow's behind the driver's seat because you didn't integrate those soul lessons, okay? This is saying specifically because you've actually completed your soul's journey and you've integrated all the lessons, you actually get to leave all of it behind. You don't have to take any souvenirs with you. As a matter of fact, where you're going next, none of the stuff, none of the baggage that you may have picked up along the way, none of the baggage is going to be allowed where you're going next. The Emperor. Give me this Emperor Hierophant King of Blades, please. Coins, yeah. It's giving that this King of Blades is being stripped. Divinely, the judgment is divine and they're being stripped. Give me something more on this King of Blades over here in the corner. Seven of Rods. What about this Seven of Rods? They're defensive. King of Elixirs. What are they defensive about? Just having a blaze. Okay, so this King of Blades it feels like they were tricked. I get that. So it's coming through like the King of Blades is somebody who came for you, tribe, and it didn't work. Like they literally tried to keep you stuck in a cycle of struggle. Like it's like it really is like somebody saw you struggling and they're like, ooh, this looks fun. And y'all know this is gonna sound horrible, but it's like if somebody were to walk past you drowning and instead of giving you a lifeline, they just kind of hold you underwater more. That's what this King of Blades was up to. But it's like you wiggled out from under them, swam over there, and came up anyway. You came up anyway. Despite someone actively trying to hold you down, you came up anyway. Now this King of Blades is over here in the corner, really upset because they're under divine judgment, but also trying to figure out what the heck is going on because, one, they didn't know you could swim like that. Let's keep it real. But two, it's coming through like they didn't see you for who you are. And their attitude about it is the way this King of Blades' energy is sitting is like, if it's not necessarily accurate, but this is what they're saying now. If they had known who you were, they wouldn't have done this. But that's the judgment. That's why the divine placed you and places you in the situations you get placed in, is to cause people to show up as their authentic self. Okay, so after the fact, it's easy to go, oh no, I didn't know. If I had known, I wouldn't have done that. No. That was the point. You weren't supposed to know. You were literally being tested. This King of Blades is being tested. The divine was like, hey, I'm going to put, very good Samaritan, right? I'm going to put this hurt person in your path, and depending on how you treat them is how you're going to be judged. That's really what this is. So you were put in the path of this King of Blades, and instead of this King of Blades like helping you up and dusting you off and making sure you were fine, they decided to make your struggle worse, to push you deeper down, to stand on you, to stomp you down. Well, now the divine is allowing that to happen to them. They're being pushed down. They're being their struggle is being enhanced. They're being stepped on and crushed. But this is what they manifested with their actions and their behavior and their words. Wheel of Fortune's at the bottom of the deck. This is heavy on the tables turning energy. This is like a little bit of Freaky Friday stuff right here. Look at this. 2 of Cups, 2 of Elixirs right here, and a Queen of Coins. Okay. So this King of Blades is trying to say that they were tricked into doing this. They were in, is that right? So they were in some type of 2 of Cups situation with somebody who, is this a mom? Wheel of Fortune still at the bottom of the deck. So the bottom line, this King of Blades was listening to somebody. I'm just telling you, this is their excuse. But this King of Blades has been through spiritual court, has received judgment, and is sentenced. And the pile of charges that this King of Blades is sitting under is extensive. Now, this King of Blades is upset because they're saying there was some type of connection they were in that caused them, that tricked them and caused them to make this type of choice to treat you however they treated you, tribe. I'm just telling you that's what they're trying to say out here. I'm just trying to tell you that's what they're saying out here. That's their story. Their story is they didn't know any better. Somebody told them to do it. That's their story. Okay, King of Rods. That's her story. It's interesting because the divine's response is, yes, but you're the leader. So you had no business following whoever this was. Child, let me come on over here. Give me something else. Leave that man in the corner for now. Because he sliding on the wall crying. Let him do it. Let him do it. Hangman. That's what I said. Let him do it. Okay, so we got the Hangman. What about this? What about this surrender? Bless you. What about this surrender? Four of Elixirs. Surrendering the experience of being rejected, the feeling of being rejected. Ooh, there's too many cards. coins. Rejected from a group. So surrendering that feeling of being rejected from a group. We got the moon and the magician. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Did I say this already? Rejection is God's protection. I must have been thinking it anyway. That's the sun and the magician. Why did I say the moon? That's weird. It's the sun. Hangman, 4 of elixirs, 3 of coins, the sun and the magician. So being rejected from a group because you have magical powers? It's something like that. It's something along the lines of being... You gotta take what resonates. Oh, wait, who? No, this is King over here. He got rejected from some group because they now see the truth about the bippity boppity boo, bippity boppity boo, that he was participating in, the fool at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So this King of... Ace of Blades. Okay. This does remind me of the energy we've been picking up on. This King of Blades, who's really a King of Wands, or King of Wands who's pretending to be a King of Blades. Basically, it's a King of Wands energy who's out here trying to mastermind some dastardly evil plan. So they be in this negative King of Swords energy, okay, or King of Blades. That's what this is. And whatever group they was a part of, and I think I've channeled this before, but it's here in the cards now. Whatever group they're a part of has found out that they started with you. They came after you. It's what I just said. The divine put you there as bait. The King of Blades / King of Wands fell for it. They got their whole crew involved. So this King of Rods, King of Blades over here trying to say, oh, I didn't know because this woman I was with. Real Adam and Eve out here. Real Adam and Eve. But whatever group they're a part of, it's like, nah, that was you. That was you. We went after tribe because you told us this, that, and the other about tribe. So we went after tribe. A lot of blame shifting happening right here. A lot of back and forth going on. Some cards. Transmuting that energy. Two of Rods. What about this Two of Rods? Seven of Coins. So planning, strategizing, and then intentionally acting with this Two of Rods, Seven of Coins. It's like investing in your future. It's like literally planning your next step. Six of Blades. Seven of Elixirs. Yeah. Planning your next step to move forward into peaceful, calmer waters, but moving in silence. This is what's happening. So this is where you are. But that's what I said, didn't I? I said, because your soul completed its journey, your soul, you get to now leave. You get to leave a place. but you also get to leave all the bad stuff behind. And that's what I'm seeing here. Now, I do feel like this is actually a physical move, but I also feel like the physical move is part of a broader, more holistic move in your life. Like, I feel like you're gonna move physically, but also in doing so, you're leaving behind. They're saying past life. What is that? A past life, what is that? A pinnacle? A past life pinnacle. Not pentacle, pinnacle, like a mountain. And I'm seeing a mountain. Leaving behind a past life pinnacle. So maybe there was something you accomplished in a past life that you kept returning to, but this lifetime you actually completed it and you get to actually move on from it. That's why that Fool was at the bottom of the deck, I think. Okay, so you're moving on physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Dang. Nine of Elixirs. Dang. Yeah. Wow. Wow. The Chariot. Dang. You guys, that's big deal. You're moving on physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It's heavy on the you beat the game. You beat the final boss. You could say you're now the final boss. Whoever's next that's going to do this game, they actually have to come to you. And I'm hearing you're one of the first people to ever beat the game. People talk about it, but you did it. And you are now literally planning, strategizing, and taking committed action towards your future, which is one of peace and harmony. It's a future where your wishes are fulfilled. It's a future where you're successful at every turn, and you're keeping it to yourself. You're keeping your moves to yourself. You're not spreading your business about. No, you've already learned. You already know there's people out here like this King of Rods, King of Blades out here on some demon time. You already know. King of Rods. Ace of Rods. Do you know what this is? With great power comes great responsibility. And that's one of the things you've mastered. You've mastered the balance between power and responsibility. Empress. High Priestess. Ace of Elixirs. You're a bad mamma jamma. I'm just trying to say. What do you want this one right here? Yeah. Too many cards. Gosh, I mean, you really... Great power, great responsibility. The High Priestess, the Empress, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's like you learned how to be your own champion. You learned how to be your own support group. You learned how to be your own lover. You learned, and this was your path. This was your path. You learned how to be all things to and for yourself. And that's why all of you gets to move on holistically. Like, it's not just your soul that ascended, your spirit ascended, your body's ascending, and your mind. Okay? Like I'm telling you, all of your bodies are in alignment and ascended. This is really beautiful. What else? Let me get out of here and get some lunch. There's the four. Yeah, this is a new beginning, and I want to be clear, it's not just a new beginning for you. This is a new beginning for everyone, because you're one of the first people to break the matrix, to crack the code, to beat the game. So now the game is going to be responding differently to you, which means it's going to show up differently for other people too. Because this didn't happen in a vacuum. Yeah, they're saying expect the unexpected. Now here's the moon. I feel like that's just echoing again. You are literally stepping off into your new beginning, but it's intentionally being kept private and secret from the people around you. Okay? People may feel like they have an idea of who you are. They may have an idea of where you're going, but nobody has any details about you, and that's on purpose. And that's why. Too many people run around like this, in this type energy, for you to have your details out here in the street. Okay? 3 of elixirs. Yeah. Yep. They said you're working with a secret elect group of officials. That's that 3 of elixirs. A secret elect group of officials. 4 of rods. Okay. Well, let me tell you something. Whoever you working with, these beings, because I don't feel like this people. Could be, but I don't think it is. Whoever you working with, they know exactly what to do. They know exactly what type time it is. And again, these are type beings that can only work with somebody who's on a certain level, who's on a certain frequency, who's ascended to that frequency, a certain frequency. And baby, that's what you did. So now you got some real hitters that you working with. What they say? Secret elect officials. But y'all a gang. Y'all a spiritual gang. Okay? That's a gangster party. Ain't nothing but a motherfucking gangster party. Okay, so I guess you done got hooked up with some other gangsters in the spirit world. I'm not gonna say all that, but I heard it. Okay, y'all do what you do. Y'all do you. Okay, I'm not mad about it. 10 of elixirs. But didn't I tell you, your soul's on a 10 of elixirs, 10 of coins type time right now. Yeah. To the 6 of elixirs. Shield? Yes. Yeah. That's emotional fulfillment. That's, it's like whatever. Remember when I said past life pinnacle? Like there's something you accomplished in your past life, but it's like you kept coming back to it to finish it. That's what this is like. It's like now that you've completed this journey, you can actually receive everything from that work you did, not just in this lifetime, but the past life too. Babes, you about to get paid. Your happiness and well-being is gonna be like on 1,000, because you're not just harvesting from this lifetime. See, your soul's been on this journey for eons. So when I'm saying, oh, your soul completed this journey, I'm talking across like millions of years. Your soul completed. You see what I'm saying? And that's to say, like, you're one of the first people to beat the game. People, y'all ever play video game? You ever play video game? You know how you play a level and you have so many lives, and then if you die, you have to start over on that level, right? That's life. You were born into this lifetime. You were born onto a level. with so many chances, with so many shots, with so many potions in your backpack, with the capacity or the strength to carry so much, with certain gifts, with certain skill sets, okay? Y'all, most people will live and die and never, ever, ever level up. Do you hear what I'm saying? They will live, they'll be born onto a level, die on that level, reincarnate onto that same level, die on that level, reincarnate onto that same level, die on that level, and they'll do that 500, 5,000, 500,000 times. Never leaving that first level. And they'll get, they'll have past life memories, but it's always on that same level because they never ascend. I don't know why I feel like you're supposed to get my eye. This is you, tribe. You're somebody who got born onto a level, did the work, died, born onto the same level, did the work, ascended to the next level, died. Born onto the same level, did the work, ascended to the next level, died. And that's why it took so long. You understand? This was such a long journey. Because this is how the game is set up. This is how the game is set up. So you did the work. You were born into a level, you would do the work to ascend to the next level, die, and you've just been literally one rung at a time, one foot in front of the other, climbing the ascension ladder of your soul. And you reached the top. I'm hearing unprecedented. No one's done it like this. No one's done it like this before. You have a lot of experience points because you did a lot of side missions on each level. So as they're saying, unprecedented, no one's done it like this before, my immediate response back was, well, what about Yeshua? What about Buddha? And I said, yeah, no, those are ascended masters who ascended to a certain level. And you know how you play a game and they have a choice. Like you can stop now and receive all of these benefits for being on this level, or you can risk it all and keep going. Okay? So the people that we know, the prophets we know, the ascended masters we know, those are people who got to a certain level and the universe said, oh man, you made it to the bonus round. You can accept, you can stop the game now and take all your coins and you get to be the boss of this level. And that is what those ascended masters did. They said, oh, heck yeah, this is a long, crazy journey. We're going to take these coins, we're going to cash out our chips, and we're going to forever be the masters of these levels that we got to this level. We own this. Okay? And so we know these ascended masters have these frequencies, and that's why we're able to know their name. We're able to encounter them because they chose to be in those spaces. Is that making sense to y'all? Y'all hear what I'm saying? They didn't roll the dice and say, okay, I'm going to risk it all and keep going. But you did. You did. And that's what they mean, unprecedented. No one's done it like this before. That's what they mean. Because you did the whole thing. You got to bonus rounds, and the universe came and said, okay, you made it. You can cash in your chips. And you were like, well, I think I'm going to keep going. Okay. But listen, you did. You kept going, and you won. And so now what is inevitable is everything that comes with winning the game must be given to you. It's inevitable. Other ascended masters have the levels that they maintain because that's just, oh, nope, stop right here. I'm good right here. This is amazing. This is my frequency right here. You kept going. So not only can you be on any frequency, which means you probably hanging out with ascended masters at this point because you can go to their frequency or another frequency and kind of do whatever you want with this you can go where you want. There's 8 of elixirs out here. Your soul journey is complete. So you can go where you want to go. Okay. There's no level of life you can't be on. There's no level of life you haven't been on. There's no level of life you haven't mastered. There's no level of life you have not attained and ascended. Okay. All the lessons have been integrated here. One of your rewards is being able to move unseen through the realms, through these levels. I'm telling you, other people, they can't do this. Your regular schmegular guy in the diner is stuck on the level that they were born. Can you understand the English I'm speaking out of my mouth right now? Okay. But not you. You have freedom. You have 100% pure, unadulterated freedom. You can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want to do. It's not a food chain thing, and there is a hierarchy. And you made it to the top. I'm seeing that you're very well known spiritually. I'm seeing that you're very well known spiritually. Very. You're like a celebrity in the spirit world. And something about this King of Blades, why they're upset, they're both upset and scared, and here's why. They did not understand that they were being used by the game or by the Matrix. They didn't understand that. It's almost like they had mastered a level themselves, and you got to their level, and they thought, well, you're not going to pass me. You're not going to get past me. So they did everything they could to keep you stuck on that level. But you were never going to be stuck. The game, it's like they didn't know they were a program in a game. They didn't know. They didn't know they were essentially being used to make you stronger so you could eventually win the whole thing. They didn't know. Do you know why? Because it wasn't their business to know. You guys, at the end, all my videos, I say the same thing. Trust your path, trust your process, and trust your purpose. There's a reason I say that. We're all here from the one, but we all have a unique path, process, and purpose. For some of you, your purpose is to get to level 25 and then own that shit. You're the boss of level 25 and that's awesome. Some of you, your soul, and not if you're watching this, okay? But there are people out there, their soul is never going to get past level 2. Never. I don't think you catch those people on tarot. I'm just being serious. I don't. Now, they're on YouTube, but they're probably watching cute cat videos, because who doesn't love a cute cat video, okay? But that's like level 2, you hear what I'm saying? And they're never going to get past level 2. Not everybody is meant to hit every level and go beyond. That is a unique path, process, and purpose. And for all of us, no matter what level we've already been coded to go for, to reach, our job is to stay on our lane and not pass judgment on the next person. Because the next person may have only been created. See what I'm saying? They only have the capacity to make it to level 5. So if I know that I have the capacity to get to level 100, it's really of ill effect for me to judge someone who's only ever going to get to level 5. It's none of my business. That's not my path, not my process, not my purpose. The job for all of us is to find your lane. Sort out your purpose, clear your path. That's a part of your process, and walk that line. Okay? Your neighbor, no. And listen, if you and your best friend, one of y'all is slotted for level 12, and one of y'all is slotted for level 15, then yeah, the first 12 years, y'all gonna be in lockstep, right? But then, boom, level 12 comes, they gonna stop, and you gonna have to keep going 3 more. Can you understand that? This is just life. That's all I'm letting you know about is life. Stay in your lane. Don't judge nobody else. Mind the business that pays you, because you don't know what somebody else is going through, the capacity they have. You don't understand their process. You don't understand their purpose. And someone who's going to level 50 don't have the same activities to complete as someone going to level 3. Person level 3 saying, God, you working too hard. You ain't got to work that hard. But I'm made to go to level 50. Yes, I do. I got to build up stamina. I got to keep my pack full so I have enough supplies. Level 3 don't have to worry about that. Let's tell the truth. You guys, I'm just letting you know out here, okay? Give me final messages. Let's go. I feel like that's it, though. Page of Rods. Mm-hmm. This really is about your purpose. You were created to beat the game. I think that's really interesting. There's a really deep conversation here. I don't know if I'm going to get into it. I might have to do a separate podcast episode on this, but it's very much to do it where we're talking about the ascended masters. You were created to ascend the game. That was your primary purpose for existing is to beat the matrix. That's your purpose. That's what you did. That's what you were always intended to do. Not everybody incarnated has the purpose of beating the matrix. Some people were born to keep the matrix going. So I had this conversation today. Some people were literally created to be a pillar that holds the matrix up. You were literally created to ascend the matrix, to climb through the levels of the game we call the matrix, get to the top, turn around, sit down on your throne, put your crown on, and then say, now, this is how we're going to go. This is how we're going to do things from now on. Heavy on the Neo from the Matrix. Heavy on the recoding the Matrix from the inside out. Because you can, because you've been through every level of the Matrix. There's nothing you don't know. There's no code you haven't seen. There's no corner. And I'm telling you, this path, when we started Night of Coins, it took so long because you had to go through so much. You had to go through so much. And you had to go through so much because your purpose was to get to the top. See, you cannot divinely and righteously rule something that you don't know. And that's what this is. This is about integrity of leadership. You can't lead with integrity if you don't know who you're leading, what they've been through, what they're up against, what the obstacles and challenges are for who you're leading. I'm in America. I'm in the United States. It's July 2nd. We're creeping up on our 250th birthday. We have such piss poor leadership in this country across the board. Why? Because the matrix itself, the game itself, is programmed for piss poor leadership. The only antidote to this was for a leader to be created with the express purpose of beating the game so that the game could then be rewired in the image of that person who beat the game. Can you get that? I just want you to imagine that all over the world, what we have is incompetent leaders, because the leaders that we've elected globally, these are people who, I mean, maybe I'm just going to be honest. I don't think we've ever had a leader whose sole purpose was to get past level 15. If you can stick with the analogy I'm using here, and it's more than an analogy, I'm actually giving you a little bit here, okay? So throughout history, we've had leaders globally whose maximum threshold for their soul was level 15. And if you look around, we've accomplished a lot under that leadership, but not greatness. Not greatness. A lot of mediocrity. A lot of trauma. Okay? So, y'all, let me find a message. Let me get out of here. The Lovers. Choice. The choice. What's this choice about? Four Blades. And the Queen of Blades. Dang, that's the reading. Okay. This is about you choosing to use your discernment. Because when you can see ahead, when you can see something for what it truly is, you're not subject to it. You actually have the keys to the kingdom when you can see something for what it really is. You're able to see how to maneuver. You're able to see how to participate, how to approach. The Tower is at the bottom of the deck. Listen, from me to you, congratulations and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the work you've done. Thank you for the eons of time that your soul put in to get to this point. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for accepting your mission to recode the matrix from the inside out. I can imagine that this path has been lonely. It's taken literally forever. This is the lifetime that you win. You've put lifetimes of work into this, and now you won. It's time for you to receive your roses. It's time for you to receive praise. It's time for you to receive all of your rewards. And it's time for you to show the rest of us how to use discernment to stay on our path, honor our process, and fulfill our purpose. Leaving the reading here because this is it. I hope it brought you clarity and confirmation. If you haven't already, hit the like button. And if this reading resonated at all, drop me a black heart emoji in the comments below so that I know. Hype up the video and turn on your post notifications so the next time I drop a read, it will show up in your feed. This reading is timeless. Time is a construct. We made it up. So take what resonates whenever you find this message and leave the rest for the next person. And between now and the next time I drop a reading, please, please, please know that I love you forever. You are loved, you are lovely, and you are lovable forever. This is the truth that is always true, and this is the truth that will set you free. Peace.